You know what's crazy about you is that in these last several months, all of your insights and self-reflection and observations about self in sobriety are all so fucking incredible, and you still are like, and no one will tell me not to drink.
Shane reached out and he told you how much he liked it.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool because I've known Shane longer than you have, and arguably I'm closer with him, and he never said a fucking word about my TV show.
Wow.
Randomly a thought goes in your head, and I was like,
yes,
I'm glad Shane liked Tom's show. That's cool. And then I was like, wait, he didn't reach out about my show. And I was like,
yes,
not once did he even acknowledge. And I actually talked to him when I was going into production. He's like, hey, congrats on the new series. It's going to be fun. You know, let me know if you need any acting tips. And I was like, okay.
Wait, are you serious?
He was like, I can coach you. I do coaching sessions or some shit.
This Shane thing seems to like really...
It bothers me so fucking much that I may have to reach out to him. Sober Bert realizes that I'm making this about me when it's about us. That there's, as I'm dancing in the corner...
Yeah, exactly. The weekly show kind of became a seasonal event this year. Tom's buried in edit bays, Bert's shooting a Netflix show, and between the two of them, the podcasts become a whenever we can thing, which, fair. The 5Ks selling out, the tequilas in every store, they're busier than they've ever been. Life's good. But that's what makes this one worth watching. Because when they finally do sit back down, Bert says something he probably didn't plan to. Out of nowhere, he starts talking about Shane Gillis. Nobody brought it up. He just keeps circling back to it. And of course, a day later, the clips are everywhere and everybody's already decided Bert's jealous. That's the take. That's the whole thing. And honestly, if those clips are all you saw, fair enough. A guy he's known forever blows up, does his own thing, and Bert keeps poking at it. I get why it reads that way, but I watched the whole episode, and I don't think that's what this is, because the more he talks, the more it's clear. Shane didn't actually do anything. He just tripped a wire. And the thing really sitting with Bert is something he's been circling for 6 months now. Who is he? Sober? When he's not the loudest guy in the room anymore, then what? So nah, this isn't a jealousy thing. This is a guy watching the character that made him famous kind of walk off, and quietly wondering who's left standing there. Watch the exact moment that wire got tripped. This wasn't a comment he shrugged off. It woke him up in the middle of the night.
I know. And I didn't think about that until last night. In the middle of the night, I got up to piss, and I was just, and you know how just randomly a thought goes in your head, and I was like,
yes,
I'm glad Shane liked Tom's show. That's cool. And then I was like, wait, he didn't reach out about my show. And I was like,
yes,
not once did he even acknowledge. And I actually talked to him when I was going into production. He's like, hey, congrats on the new series. It's going to be fun. You know, let me know if you need any acting tips. And I was like, okay.
Wait, are you serious?
He was like, I can coach you. I do coaching sessions or some shit. I forget what he said, but I was like, he was like, or the other dude, the guy who plays the boss. And
I was really impressed with your acting in both things that I never
even got an offer to be in Wheels.
Wheels is fucking, yeah, I know. You should bring that up. Maybe call him and bring it up.
Notice where his brain goes, though. Not to Shane, straight to the scoreboard. It's 3 a.m., man's up peeing, and he's not even mad at Shane. He's just laying there like, wait, why am I not on the list? And that's the whole thing, right? It's not my boy didn't text me. It's more like that text would have meant he still matters to somebody he can't pretend he doesn't care about. You know what I mean?
But I'm glad he liked your show. That's all that matters.
Robert Kelly.
Wow. Also did not reach out about my show.
He said the nicest thing about it.
Did Justin Timberlake? Did Justin Timberlake reach out?
He sent me a DM. Yeah.
No, are you being serious?
Yeah, he loved it. Yeah.
Are you being serious? That was my one flex.
Oh no, I was kidding. He did not see us.
JT hit me up. JT and JB
hit you up. They loved the show.
They loved the show. JT loved it. He was like,
it doesn't feel as good as a comedian though.
No, it feels better.
No,
I mean Shane just got into the business. JT's been in Mickey Mouse Club. I mean. Shane really kind of barely knows what he's doing. JT is JT.
This Shane thing seems to like really...
It bothers me so fucking much that I may have to reach out to him. He didn't even... Stefano was the first person that texted me, and the very first person, and I was like, wow, that was really cool. Because you don't see it from those guys. I didn't get a message from Bobby Kelly, but that tracks. And because I'm
leaving out other people. It was a bunch of comedians.
Who else fucking texted you, Tom?
From there, it just snowballs. Now everybody's in it. Who reached out, who didn't, who noticed Tom, who forgot about him. Like if this was just jealousy, it'd stop at Shane, right? But it doesn't. It keeps going till he's basically asking the whole room, does anybody still need me here? That's not jealousy, man. That's something way older than that. And to get why, you gotta rewind to the one thing he actually did to himself on purpose. 6 months ago, Bert gets sober, which, respect, for real, that's not easy. And by everything he says, it's working. But watch how he talks about the new sober version of himself. He describes it like it's a problem.
People have a tendency to shelve things they don't want to deal with. That's why it's a value.
Yeah, I think I shelve stuff I don't want to deal with. I'm turned into a much nastier person now that I'm not drinking.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
Less of a people pleaser.
I start being a little nastier on texts. I know that. You can ask people at your office about that.
Nasty. He keeps saying nasty like he did something wrong. But listen to what he's actually describing, because it's not mean, like at all.
I'm a little quicker to be nastier than I've ever been in my life. And I don't know if I like it.
Well, do you have to be nasty or just be
I feel like what it is, Tom, is pent up years of me realizing this is the way they've always talked to me. Yeah. And now I'm like, oh, no. Like, no one talks to you like that. No one talks to you sideways ever. And I respect that. I respect that, like, that you hold a standard. I not emulate that, but I would like to emulate that. Like, I hold a standard, and this is my boundaries, and I'm going to push back on boundaries. You've always been like that. You fucking left your screening after 15 minutes. Like, and I loved that. I love that, Tom. Like, because I'm starting to understand that a little bit. We went to, 15 minutes is an overstatement. I'm only to be fair to Tom, but we went to the screening of Bad Thoughts, and you went in and you said hi to everyone, and you're like, I'm going to bounce. And everyone was still there drinking and partying. And I was like, I want to bounce. And you're like, leave. But I was a people pleaser where I would stay until the last person left.
Yeah, I think you also might be conflating being nasty with just having boundaries and holding ground. I don't think that's nasty. People can be nasty, and you don't have to be harsh or rude, but like just having your own boundaries and saying no is not nasty, dude.
Yeah.
Like you're not being, I don't consider that to be bad behavior. I think you're on the right track, man.
And Tom catches it right away. Like, bro, that's not you being nasty. That's you having a spine. Because old Bert stayed till the last person left. Always down, always on, life of the party. And everybody loved him for it. But like, that costs something. And he's just now getting the bill.
But you think that's related to sobriety?
I think it's 100%. I feel like when I was drinking, people looked at me and they were like, oh, just don't worry about Bert. He'll do it. He's fine. Just get him a drink. You know, that kind of like, whatever.
Yeah,
like, it didn't take me serious. And then when I've been sober, I've noticed that energy still permeates. Like they pat me on the head. And I was like, hold on. There's no patting me on the head. I will decide my path and my journey. And
this is something you see every.
Listen to that, man. The guy everybody loved was also the guy nobody really took serious. He was the fun one. And let's be honest, the fun one kind of means the one you don't gotta respect. And now he wants to be taken serious. But that's the trap, right? The stuff that makes people respect you is the exact same stuff that makes you less fun to have around. So he's trying to be somebody people actually listen to without losing the guy they laughed at. And you can't really have both. And I think he knows it. That's the part that gets me. Part of him still wants that room.
When you get in your 50s, the currency is health.
Right.
And I will say, as someone who never had money, like when we were young parents, we never had like money, and we always went to someone at a nicer house than ours, and I was always insecure about it and going like, God, how do they have this house? How do they have cars like this? What does a post supervisor even do for a living? Like all those questions I had. I went to a party this weekend, and I was the diamond. I was the princess bride. I was the debutante. Because at 53, I was in the best shape, Tom. There were dudes getting hip replacements, guys with stents in, guys that all were like chasing money and chasing that dream, which I chased too, but I just couldn't. It was a weird race. But all of a sudden, I was like, they're like, God, you look great.
Bro gets healthy and immediately uses it to be the best looking guy at the party. Even getting sober somehow turns into, I'm the diamond, and I'm not clowning him. That's the tell. Whatever Bert's doing, some part of his brain is scanning the room like, am I still the main character? Which is exactly what makes this next clip kinda nuts. Cause he explains his entire self and doesn't even realize he's doing it. Here he's on something completely random, and then he just says the realest thing in the whole episode. Watch.
Like, it's so funny. I relate to, can I tell you what I relate to the most? And this is going to sound crazy.
What?
Black graduations.
And why is that?
So have you been watching?
I mean, I've seen them before. I'm not like in the season right now.
But you know, I know what like they graduate and then the girl does the dance.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like the white people are outraged, and then black people are like, that's how we are.
Yeah.
And I see both sides of the fence based on me.
You're 100%.
The kid who dances and has their moment.
And also, you're the white person that's like, hey guys, pull your pants up and stop with the jibber jabber. Is that what you're saying?
Now I know why they love you. You talk to them real. I'm 100% the girl, or I say, because it's only girls I see doing it. Girl
just
dancing.
Give them a tip, all right? They're working for their, what's the other thing you do? Turn your fucking music down. I get it.
I 100% am the girl who dances after graduation. And and that's me. That's Bert all the time. That's Bert. And then me, sober Bert, realizes that Bert is stealing everyone's sunshine.
Right.
Sober Bert realizes that I'm making this about me when it's about us. That as I'm dancing in the corner, and I only saw this because Kevin Hart's kid graduated high school and he ran up on stage and hit like a popper thing, right? Like like a thing that exploded. And he did it, and I don't know if exactly that was, but there's a kid whose name they're also announcing. Like, they can't allot time for everyone to have a celebration, and they got to get through names. There's like 500 fucking names to go through.
And they've got some crazy names, right?
Stop doing this.
You're like, how do you even pronounce this? Quintavious? Go ahead.
And so I realized that I am both black people. I am the one dancing, and then I'm the one whose kid is next, who you didn't hear their name because this one's dancing.
Got you.
So this.
Okay, run that back. He's not really talking about graduation, right? He's describing both sides of himself at the same time, and he can feel both of them. He's the guy who walks in and becomes the moment. All eyes on him, gets the reaction. But for once, he can also feel what that does to the person right next to him. The one whose name nobody heard because he's over there dancing. He literally says it. Sober Bert realizes he's stealing everybody's sunshine. He knows, man, and that's what makes this next part kind of hurt to watch.
You know what's crazy about you is that in these last several months, all of your insights and self-reflection and observations about self in sobriety are all so fucking incredible, and you still are like, and no one will tell me not to drink. Like, every marker that is possible in your life to observe and note is 1,000 times better, and you're just like, I'm fucking drinking. You're like, my health is better, my thoughts are better, my sleep is better, I'm physically better, I have more insight about myself, I'm a better person, I set boundaries, I will fucking drink as much as I want.
I'm sprinting back to the old me.
I know, you're so funny, dude. That's so funny.
There's your callback, that exact line from the very top of the video. Remember Tom, right at the start, going, no one will tell me not to drink? This is the rest of it. And look at the list, man. Healthier, sleeping better, thinking clearer, sets boundaries, better person, his words, all of it. And then he goes, yeah, I'm sprinting back to the old me. That's not a joke. That's him telling on himself. Because the better version's missing. The one thing the old version had a ton of. It's not health. It's not clarity. It's attention. Nobody in his world represents that better than the guy we started with. So let's go back to Shane. But before the obvious clip, watch this one. Different podcast. He's over on Rogan talking about how he built his whole business.
We'll talk.
But eventually it will turn into
eventually
another line of business.
I'd love to. I mean, we did it with Shane Torres' special. We shot a special for him. The people in this house, my Leanne produced the special. We got the same directors that do my specials. We took it out. It's all over the place right now. Cat Williams can find it on Tubi. And but yeah, everything started becoming in-house. And then I watched everyone else. Sebastian's all in-house. Tommy's all in-house. Rogan's all in-house. Everyone's all in-house. Tim Dillon's all in-house. Shane Gillis just moved to Austin to start his own production company to make his own shorts. He doesn't need Saturday Night Live anymore.
You hear it? He lists everybody. Sebastian, Tommy, Rogan, Tim Dillon, they all built their own house. And then Shane. But Shane's different, right? Everyone else built a company. Shane just left. Didn't need SNL, didn't need the machine, didn't need anybody to put him on. Moved to Austin and bet on himself. And that right there is the thing Bert can't look at. Because it was never about Shane winning. It's that Shane doesn't need anybody's permission to win. So now go back to the clip from the start.
This Shane thing seems to like really.
It bothers me so fucking much that I may have to reach out to him. He didn't even. Stefano was the first person that texted me, and the very first person, and I was like, wow, that was really cool because you don't see it from those guys. I didn't get a message from Bobby Kelly, but that tracks. And because I'm
leaving out other people. It was a bunch of comedians.
On the surface, yeah, sounds jealous, but Shane never actually did anything to him. Didn't backstab him, didn't take anything, didn't try to replace him. He just proved you can matter without needing the room to tell you that you matter. Shane's not the problem, he's the mirror. Here's the crazy part. Bert already figured all this out. He just doesn't realize he's describing himself.
I just wanted to talk to you about the A-Rod documentary because A-Rod's such an interesting guy. And I say this as if A-Rod's going to watch this, and I know he's not, but like, the documentary about him is absolutely fascinating because you're watching a child grow from like 17 to millionaire to the wealthiest paid athlete in Major League Baseball to a wild, unruly narcissist and in the bad way, like in the really bad way. Like a guy that really leverages his Hall of Fame opportunity to do steroids. Like he really did that and he made that choice. And then he goes into therapy with this guy and he starts to break down all the shit about who is A-Rod. And like even his kids are like, there's two people, there's dad and there's A-Rod.
Yeah. And you relate to that?
I did in a wild way. I related to him and Hulk Hogan in crazy ways.
Yeah, that does seem like it's kind of on brand.
But it's because...
But less of it now, right?
100% less of it now.
There's the person and there's the character. He spotted it in some other guy instantly because he's been doing it himself for like 30 years. And that's the actual story hiding under all the Shane stuff. Bert's not beefing with Shane Gillis, man. He's scared of something way quieter. Like when the character finally clocks out, when he's not the loudest, funniest, most watched guy in the room anymore, is there even enough of a real person left underneath to fill that silence? But here's what he can't see yet, sitting there cracking up. All that stuff he listed, healthier, clearer, the boundaries, all of it. That's not old Bert dying off. That's a new one showing up. And the version he's running so hard from, honestly might be the first one that was ever actually worth sticking around for. And honestly, he's not the only one doing this. There's a whole lineup of these dudes. Built the character, blew up, and now they're all standing around going, wait, who am I without the bit? Bert's just the one doing it out loud. That's it. If this made you see it a little different, like it, sub if you're new, and drop your read in the comments, because I actually read them. Catch you on the next one. Peace!